You wanna press.
Okie dokie guys, and welcome back to another hobby tip. As you've guessed guys, this is an airbrush review because Santa was very generous to me this year and he brought me a Patriot 105 Badger airbrush. Oh yes, I've been wanting this for a while, mainly because my SOTAR 2020 is actually a little bit broken, as I mentioned on a previous episode. The nozzle is actually damaged. It got damaged in the move to my new house, and it kind of sprays out at a wonky angle. But anyway, let's look at the Badger airbrush. So in the box, you get this beauty. I mean, the box itself, really nice and protected. A lot better than the SOTAR 2020 in regards to that. Stuff you get a spare nozzle. Not sure why you'd need a spare nozzle, because the nozzle on this is massive. It's like probably 20 times the size of the SOTAR 2020. So it's a lot more robust, the nozzle, but you get a spare one anyway. And then you get the actual airbrush itself. Now we'll just take the box away, and I will show you guys the actual airbrush. I mean, I'm not an airbrush connoisseur by any means. I just thought I'd give you guys my first impressions of it, and I gotta say, it's a really solidly built little airbrush. And I'm gonna be showing you one or two of the differences between this and the SOTAR 2020 as well. So, the Badger Patriot 105. So, as you can see, it's a really nice chrome effect, which is going to make cleaning it very easy. That comes with it, you get this little cap to protect the needle, and you also get this little cup here. Now, I'm not sure if this is just for packaging, but it does have a hole in it, as you can see there. So, I think this might be functional as well. If you have to fill up your dish quite high, you can pop that in. So, if you're doing rather vigorous airbrushing, it's not actually going to like slop out everywhere, which is good, and that's happened to me a couple of times with the SOTAR. Another nice thing about it, the needle is actually protected most of the way through the actual airbrush. It's not the finest needle that I've seen. It's nowhere near as fine as the SOTAR 2020, but it's still good enough for the job. This is what seems to be a standard kind of fixture for the valve for the air hose that the airbrush goes onto, because a standard, I don't even know what you call the right parts. Moggy would know. If you want any questions, ask Moggy's Miniatures. But this bit is to be standard for this, and it'll fit both my 2020 and my 105, which is pretty good. As you guys know, you can unscrew this section of it, and on my other review, when we looked at airbrushes, I showed all this as well. So you guys kind of know what this is. It's the same kind of assembly as the 2020, but I just feel like it's a lot nicer. I feel like this is a much more solidly built airbrush. Not that the 2020 isn't solidly built. One thing that I do like about it is that the actual head of it here is a lot easier to remove. The actual edging here is more pronounced, so you can actually unscrew this a lot easier for cleaning and stuff like that. Whereas the fucking hell, the 2020 is a ball. Like, I have to get a pair of pliers to remove that, but it's really good. So some of the differences between this and the 2020. First and foremost, one thing that I like, and I've just said it just then, is that the needle is protected all the way. So if you if you twist this and push the needle all the way through, like that, as you can see, and we twist that again, you can see that the needle actually does not go past these forks here, whereas on the 2020 it's rather exposed here, and I have been afraid sometimes of knocking this and bending it, which isn't very good. Also, I've got to admit, the trigger is a lot nicer on the 105 than the 2020. I feel like I have a lot more control with this one. Other things, as I mentioned, I'll show you the difference between the caps on the nozzles. As you can see here, this is a ball, like, because of just how narrow and thin it is, you can't get enough purchase on it with your hands, whereas this is perfect. You can get a proper nice purchase on it, and there you go. Now, whilst we're at this angle as well, we can also see the size of the dishes, which is huge. I mean, you could fit the entire dish from that in there. Looks like they're mating airbrushes, and here we see the Wild 105 and the Wild 2020 about to mate. And then it'll make a Badger Patriot, I don't know, 20 something. Ah, fuck it, doesn't matter. I don't know where I'm going with that one. But anyway, so this little cap's quite nice. You do get a cap with the 2020, but fuck, I've just dropped it. Well, that's on the floor forever now. The little caps are really useful, especially if you want to protect your needle. What I normally tend to do is I normally twist the release there, and then I just pull the needle into the actual airbrush itself, and then turn it back on just to protect it even more. But yeah, guys, another nice thing about this, in fact, I'll have to stop the shot and charge my compressor. Not charge my compressor, compress my compressor. Okay, the compressor is compressed, the hose is attached. As you can see, I'm just going to show you guys quickly the kind of spread that you get out of the Patriot. So we're just going to fill it up with a touch of water, like that. Now, one thing I've noticed as well, this one compared to the Sotar, is that it doesn't nearly blast through as much paint, so it's going to be quite useful for washes, but hopefully this shows up on camera. Not particularly. I'm going to have to move it over there where there's a section of dark. So, as you can see there, guys, it's quite a, when it's on full whack, it's quite a wide spray, and it comes out very, very vigorously. But as I said before, you have a lot more control over it. As you can see, heavy, very, very light, and obviously my PSI is cranked right up high on my compressor, so it's not actually, well, I'm not doing this optimum, but you have rather large spray cone, which is great. If I just pull it back even further, you can see just how big the spray cone is on it, which is really, really good. As you can see, I've been blasting through there, and I've still got most of the water left. In fact, you can see it there, it barely goes down, which is awesome compared to my other one, which means I won't waste nearly as much wash. So that's really, really awesome. Let's just get rid of that water. There we go. Okay, guys, so this has been, let me just take this out of here. La la la. Woo! We got wind! Wait for the wind to go. I'll just put my thumb over it. So guys, this has been a quick review of the Patriot 105 airbrush. Thank you guys for watching. If you're thinking of getting one of these, you can pick these up for about 80 quid, I think, which isn't too bad. So guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys again. See you now, and goodbye.